Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and as always, it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. Well, Beverly Hills is world-renowned for its plastic surgery and beautiful people. Reporter Conchetta DeLuco introduces us to one Beverly Hills surgeon who goes above and beyond the call of duty to make women feel beautiful inside and out.
We've all heard the phrase medical miracles. Well, I'm at Cedars-Sinai Medical Towers in Beverly Hills, where one doctor's innovative procedures in breast surgery is taking that meaning to a whole new level.
We just started the surgery. Dr. Aronowitz had made the first incision.
He has been featured on the hit show The Doctors, and celebrities like Suzanne Somers sing his praises.
And no scars, it's just so fantastic.
Dr. Joel Aronowitz has been a respected and successful plastic surgeon for over 30 years, but his progressive work these days with reconstructive breast surgery that's earned him national recognition and makes him the go-to guy for breast cancer survivors started out with much humbler beginnings and a woman named Diane.
She sat in my office in tears and we talked about this because even though she wasn't a doctor, she realized that the surgery she had had was way too disfiguring, way unnecessarily disfiguring for the cancer that she had.
The way Dr. Aronowitz and his colleagues fix things is by being a pioneer on the forefront of technologies and practices that focus on improving the lives of patients after the cancer is removed in ways that traditional procedures fail to take into account.
It's not good enough that a woman lives a full lifetime if she's miserable.
Often the first thought on a woman's mind when she's diagnosed with breast cancer is, how do I get rid of it, without thinking of the cosmetic side effects. But thanks to Dr. Aronowitz and his innovative procedures, he's given women a lot more to think about these days.
We have a lot of different techniques that allow us, with planning ahead of time and cooperation with the breast cancer team, to produce a result that is both effective in treating the cancer and allows the woman to have a natural breast that's not painful, that she can be happy with.
Such techniques include day-of procedures that can be performed in outpatient centers as opposed to hospitals, like nipple-sparing mastectomies, where the breast tissue is removed but the skin remains intact, making it a perfect candidate for successful reconstruction. Or intraoperative radiation therapy, of which Aronowitz and his team of colleagues were the first in Los Angeles to use the new technology. Traditional radiation therapy involves what Aronowitz calls unnecessarily treating the entire breast, which harmfully affects the organs behind it and results in a hardened, shrunken breast over time, a problem that Suzanne Somers sought resolution for from the doctor.
With IORT, we can provide radiation not only in a very brief, convenient time span, but the radiation is only going to that specific area and it doesn't affect the whole breast.
To treat Suzanne, Dr. Aronowitz turned to the work of his university's Stem Cell Center, which specializes in the practices and studies of using a person's fat cells to replace and generate tissue.
She was very happy. We regenerated fatty tissue in her breast and improved the radiation damage by injecting a mixture of her own fat cells with her fat-derived stem cells.
While Dr. Aronowitz can fix most deformities created by sloppy surgeries and radiation, he says the real solution comes from prevention. He founded the Breast Preservation Foundation 3 years ago to educate and make women aware of their options before they are diagnosed.
Well, I went into medicine because I thought it was a good idea to try to help people, and that's my basic motivation.
Bringing you the best of California from Beverly Hills, I'm Conchetta DeLuco with California Life.
Coming up on California Live, the star of the hit reality show Nail Files tells us what we can expect to see this season. And we all know the golden rule of real estate: location, location, location. But our next guest tells us the secret to making smart decisions in today's economy, and the truth behind the success of ABC's Extreme Makeover. It's all coming up right here on California Live, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Kids are back in school and parents are finding themselves short on time. So tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch is here, coming to the rescue. She has some smart devices and technology that can help relieve the stress. Hey Carley, can you give us a couple of ideas for the parents on the go.
Thanks for having me. I've partnered with some great products to make life easier for parents. So the first thing is, I love listening to music, but I don't like to have my ears covered when I'm pushing a stroller or I'm jogging in the neighborhood. These are the Trex Air by Aftershocks. They actually sit on your cheekbones just in front of your ear, and they use bone conduction technology to transmit great sounding music directly into your inner ear. They are so comfortable, but they leave your ears open so you can be aware of traffic or other noises in your environment so you can stay safe. They're available at aftershocks.com, Best Buy, REI, and local running stores nationwide. And moms are the ultimate multitaskers, so they need apps that can multitask too. This is the Wave app. It packs music, magazines, children's ebooks, and soon podcasts all into one place, so it's a must download for traveling with kids. It's also COPPA compliant, so your kids won't be exposed to explicit content, yet it has great media for every member of the family. And if you want to get 2 months of the family plan for free, you can go to wave.com and enter the promo code BTSMOM.
Interesting. Now, are there ways that tech can help in the home?
So, studies show that lighting can really affect mood and productivity. And when you have 2 teenagers like I do, you need all the help you can get in those departments. This is the Philips Hue Starter Kit. It lets you get smart with your lighting by dialing up crisp white light when you want them to concentrate on their homework, or warmer tones when it's time to wind down for bed. They're available at meethue.com, Amazon, Best Buy, or Home Depot.
With all this technology, how can we protect our family online?
Yeah, it's a really great question. 73% of kids own a personal smartphone now, so most parents are really wondering how to keep their kids safe online. This is Allstate's hiddenworldofdata.com. It has tons of information on how to protect you and your family against today's common data privacy and security concerns. You can check out this digital safety tool at hiddenworldofdata.com so you can protect your life online as well as you do offline.
Now, from homework to school projects, what about a printer? What's a great printer for the home?
Absolutely. And this year the kids and I were all printing more than ever. This is Brothers Ink Vestment Tank Compact All-in-One Printer. It helps keep costs down because it has these refillable ink tanks, and right inside the box you get 1 year of ink. The printer also has a page gauge. It gives you an accurate page count so you can be confident you won't run out of ink in the middle of a big book report or a history essay. That's always the worst. And you can find it at Staples, Best Buy, online, and in stores.
Thanks, Carly. To learn more about these products and more, go to killerapps.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
And coming up next here on California Life, we've got the best of entertainment with our very own Audra Stafford. Plus, her amazing story was featured on ABC's Extreme Makeover. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us right here on California Life. Well, the hit TV Guide channel reality series Nail Files is now in its 2nd season. California Life's Audra Stafford spoke with the show's perfectly polished star.
If there's one thing Katie Cazorla cannot live without, it's a manicure, as I found out when she brought her mobile nail salon to San Diego on a statewide tour.
Jenny McCarthy's a really great client. Carrie Ann and Abba from Dancing with the Stars. Sundays I'll come in, I'm like, oh my God, Adam Lambert is getting gel nails in my salon. I'm like, what is going on? So you never know who you're gonna see, which is really fun.
And it's one of the reasons Hollywood came knocking with a reality show.
Sunday, Katie Cazorla returns to TV Guide Network in an all-new season of Nail Files.
That and the unexpected drama that goes along with running your own business.
How do you approach somebody and say, hey, FYI, you can't tell your clients that they can eat the scrub that goes on their feet?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you let a client put scrub in her drink?
She asked me to, yes. I just thought, let me have a great fun place. Women can come in, relax, get a mani-pedi, get a nice cappuccino or a glass of wine, and go on their merry way and enjoy their experience. Not, FYI, a client just ate and drank foot scrub.
You cannot eat the products.
Okay, so from now on, when you're saying organic, they can't eat that either.
Come on!
But Katie continues to come out on top thanks to her tough as nails determination.
Congratulations.
I think people just like to see a real person actually making it. Don't you want to look at someone who's like, hey, I was homeless and lived in my car and didn't come from money, and now all of a sudden it's like, I made it happen, you know, and I feel like that's something that I look at and I think other women should.
Nailed it.
Nail Files airs Sunday nights on TV Guide Channel. Bringing you the best of entertainment, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
A young woman from Rancho Cucamonga had a chance of a lifetime when she appeared on a reality TV show focused on helping obese people get down to a healthy weight. But as David Wiley reports, once the show ended, the battle to stay healthy continued.
Weight has been a lifelong struggle for Rancho Cucamonga's Ashley Elise Johnson, trying scores of diets over the years with little or no success.
I've always been heavy. I had a lot of things in my childhood that I needed to deal with, and I dealt with them by eating.
By the time she was 19, Ashley weighed more than 300 pounds and knew she had to do something.
I already knew I needed to do something extreme, and I was 19 years old and I was weighing 323 pounds, and I needed to do something about it now. So my motivation really was like, I just wanted to experience some like normal things for once.
That's when an opportunity came to audition for ABC's Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition. And after several days of interviews, Ashley was selected to take part. After joining the show, Ashley worked for a year, both with the experts on Extreme Makeover and locally with trainers like Melissa Mata at Perfection Fitness to shed the weight she had carried for a lifetime. It truly was an amazing transformation for Ashley, especially when you look at her jaw-dropping before and after pictures.
My starting weight was 323, and then my ending weight was 167. I lost 158, and it felt amazing. In Vegas, I felt amazing.
But despite her incredible success on Extreme Makeover, reality soon set in for Ashley as she tried to maintain her weight loss after the show's finale.
I worked really super hard to get there, and I was working out 5 hours a day. The week before, I had just chicken and veggies and, distilled water, and I was in the sauna, and I just got the lowest I could. And then after the finale, that's when, boom, reality set in.
Then the show ends, and there she is, a young lady, 21 years old, with a new body, a new face, a new image. It's very overwhelming.
I didn't have this obligation to work out. That's when I was like, Ashley, you love this healthy lifestyle. You have to keep doing this. No one's going to make you.
Ashley admits that she has gained some of the weight back since the show ended, but continues to work with Melissa and her team at Perfection Fitness to find a happy medium.
She's like a big sister to me. She always kept encouraging me, and now I'm getting back into more days, and she's just been so awesome and just been there for me, not as a trainer, but as a friend.
And that friendship has even worked into a job for Ashley. She not only works out at Perfection Fitness, but actually works there as well. And now she hopes that she can be an inspiration for others who are struggling with their weight.
I just want to keep inspiring and going around and talking to young kids and making sure health is a priority.
Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
If you've ever had a jaywalking ticket, you know how seriously police take pedestrian safety. So let's turn to David Wiley, who explains how a new campaign aims at keeping all of us protected, and it's as simple as look, look, look.
This beautiful Pacific Electric Trail here in Rancho Cucamonga has become a destination for bike riders, joggers, and those walking for exercise. Now the city of Rancho Cucamonga is focusing on pedestrian safety throughout the city. Just the slightest distraction on the road can lead to a tragedy that can result in serious injury or even death. Nationwide statistics show that more than 4,000 pedestrians and 600 bicyclists are killed every year, and many times these accidents are preventable.
There's a lot of things going on in the new cars now. There's navigation systems in the car, and there's a lot of buttons, more than there ever used to be. So I think that's a distraction. Also, everybody now is carrying a phone, and most everybody's carrying a smartphone. And so there's a lot of apps and programs, and people are doing things on those while they're driving and while they're walking. And so you combine that, you've got a pedestrian and a driver that are both distracted with the device. That's where some of the problems come in.
Rancho Cucamonga has been the site of several crashes in recent months, including a hit and run along Wilson Avenue that killed a man on a bicycle, and this crash where an inattentive bicyclist suffered a broken arm. Whether it's a drunk driver, a distracted motorist, or a pedestrian or bicyclist who's not paying attention, the consequences can be permanent and oftentimes deadly. With that in mind, city officials and the police department have joined together for a new safety awareness campaign called Look, Look, Look.
We saw a lot of traffic accidents related to bicycles and pedestrians, and we had more fatalities last year than we think is acceptable. So what we wanted to try and do is reach out to all walks of the community because it's affecting everybody, children, adults, drivers, bicyclists, pedestrians, and teach them about being aware.
Crews have been out and about putting up the Look, Look, Look signs along city streets and pathways, and at the start of the school year, local school kids will be taught the importance of staying alert. Captain Newcomb says it's important that all of us learn to share the road.
We have to share the road with pedestrians and bicyclists, and we're trying to reach out and teach people how to do that. The Look, Look, Look campaign encompasses all of those people, bicyclists, pedestrians, and drivers, asking them to pay attention and share the road.
With the launch of the Look, Look, Look campaign, local officials hope to make Rancho Cucamonga Street safer for everyone.
We've started with some signage and a brand campaign that we hope will reach out to the community and become a common word, and people in the city will know, oh, look, 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 yeah, that means heads up, pay attention, and our hope through this campaign is to save lives.
So make our community safer. When out and about, whether walking, riding, or driving, remember to look, look, look. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life. It's a grim statistic. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the U.S. In fact, nearly 25% of all deaths in America each year are from heart disease. The American Heart Association reports that more than 6 million Americans are living with heart failure, and an astonishing 900,000 new cases are diagnosed each year.
Heart failure is a condition where the heart just doesn't pump enough blood to the body. So people get fatigued, short of breath with their daily activities. A lot of people also experience what we call congestion or fluid overload. They get swelling in their legs, they get fluid in their lungs. And when they just try to do their activities, they notice, boy, it's a little harder to do their activities, and the things they used to be able to do, they just can't do.
The risk factors for heart disease can include things like high blood pressure, smoking, and a previous heart attack. But almost anyone can be affected. And Chris, a retired police officer and aspiring musician who was diagnosed in 2002 at the age of 36.
In 2002, I had a virus attack my heart, so that's when my heart failure journey began. When I come out of the hospital the first time, I'd done real well for 16 years on medication. And then, like I said, at the end of the 2016 is when I started experiencing some of the same symptoms again.
For most people, medications are effective in combating heart failure. But when those medications don't work, heart transplants or artificial heart pumps are often the next step.
You know, the old standby has been heart transplant. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough organs to take care of the population that we need to take care of. So companies like Abbott and other companies are creating these pumps and other technologies to help support those people either to wait to transplant, or in some cases, this is their transplant. This is how they're going to survive. And you know, the recent advent of the HeartMate 3 pump from Abbott has just been a wonderful innovation and really has been helping people.
The HeartMate pump helps solve a common problem found in previous pumps.
One of the drawbacks of those pumps is that we get blood clots in those pumps.
As for Chris, well, he was emotionally preparing for death due to heart failure when Dr. Ben Simone installed the life-saving HeartMate in 2016.
I feel great, and my journey's been long, but for me, if it wasn't for the heart pump, I wouldn't be here now.
If you're experiencing the symptoms of heart failure like Chris did, it's important to see your doctor right away.
When you start to see these signs, I'm short of breath, my legs are swelling, that's really the time you want to go to your doctor and say, wait, this may be more than just a bronchitis or something else and needs to be checked into.
Again, always consult with your doctor if you experience any of these symptoms. To learn more about the HeartMate pump, go to heartmate.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Well, that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. where we bring you the best of California.